Established in 2013 as Infallible Travel Concepts Private Limited, Inventree Hotels and Resorts has swiftly emerged as a key player in the hospitality sector. Today, we will talk to the founder and managing director of Inventree Hotels and Resorts. Sudipto Deb is a hotel management graduate with a master's in marketing. Sudipto has 23 years of experience in the hospitality and tourism industry. Under his leadership, Inventree is not just aiming for expansion, but his passion and dedication to the field have also helped to strive and redefine hospitality standards in India. As the company works towards its future goals, it remains committed to deliver amazing experiences, ensuring guests to create lasting memories.
So, sir, can you start by telling about the journey of Inventree Hotels and Resorts from travel agency, like Travel Private Limited agency in 2013 to its now like the current position in the hospitality industry?
Okay, see Priyanka, let me tell you, let's go before 2013, how I came into that, because, you know, Bengalis are not a very entrepreneurial loving community. Okay, so after completing my hotel management, I was working with the hotels. I grew up from a standalone hotels. In fact, the hotel where we are sitting today is my first hotel when I started my career as a sales executive. Okay. From there, I have grown. I have moved with Accor. I was, ITC, Accor. And my last assignment was I was a regional director of Lemon Tree Group of Hotels. So yeah, one fine day, the thing sets in that I have to start something on my own. Okay. So what I did, I went to my dad and I said, listen, this is what I'm planning to do. So, typical like a Bengali community, no, why are you doing these things? It's not required, for you to do and all. If you are in a good job, etc., etc. Yeah. What will you make it? This is something very refreshing. You may like it.
Sure. Yeah.
So then, naturally, he was not approving my plan. So I went to my wife. I said, listen, I am planning to start something on my own. Okay. And she sponsors me everything, whatever I say. She said, okay, go and start it. So that's how I started. Nice. But what we have decided is that, although as a hotelier, I always wanted to start a hotel. But before that, I would like to consolidate my place, that how successful I am. Because there are enough and more examples are there. People open the shop and close the shop also at the same time. So what we started is that I started doing for the MICE operations, which is the most easy hanging fruits. 15 years I was in the corporate world. I must say one thing, Priyanka, and today your industry relationships is the very, very critical. Like I'll tell you, whichever corporate clients, wherever I approach, nobody sent me empty-handed. Okay. All my industry colleagues whom I said, because what I used to do is to take the group movement from here to Goa. So the hotel as well as the corporate companies, nobody sent me empty-handed. That gives us the courage, that gives us the spirit that, we can stay in that. Yeah. 2019 is when we have decided that let's start the hotel movement and all. 2020 pandemic came.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a very different era altogether. But fortunately, we have grown during this phase in the stature of like this property came to us. It's a sheer coincidence that it came to us. And, we started our own hotel. It's been a coincidence that my entrepreneurial journey also started from the same hotel.
Yeah.
And from there, we, started building it up one after one. We gained the confidence of these things. I have been always blessed with a good team. And through and through in my career. Okay. So when I taken over this property, it was a, peak of pandemic, but the way the team stood by, with us, we not only, achieved the objective what we have done, this helps us to gain more hotels. And that's how, we have been growing. Today we are operating, 6 hotels. And I must say this is absolutely organic. Like the way we have grown, it is by gaining the confidence of the team, of my property owners who has trusted this property with us, my suppliers, my vendors, all my stakeholders have a tremendous trust, and with that only we are going.
And what inspired the transition from focusing on MICE to hotel operations in 2020, and how did the pandemic impact this journey?
See, as I said, being an hotelier, I always wanted to start a hotel. Okay. And I was just looking for the right opportunity at the right time. So this property, when it came to me, it could have, nothing could have been a better ground than this. This is my known property. I know the promoters and the owners. So I know the team. So everything came in our favor. Okay. And we sat together. We said, let's, get this property and let's turn this story into that. Okay. From there, it started. As I said, from here, we got our second property, which has been again within the internal, goodwills which has been created, and from there it has come. So that's, definitely helps us to, acquire more and more hotels. If you look at this, see, one thing I believe, number doesn't lie. So the numbers, what we have shown in the board today, we are going to any, prospective hotel owners or the team, they can see that what is done, and his full credit, goes to the team, which is there. See, the way pandemic, we handled is that there is nothing new. We sat together as a team. I must say very proudly that we are one company who have not retrenched even a single employee during pandemic. Okay. Up to head of the department level, there is no salary cut. Okay. And today I can see, that ensures a huge amount of trust, confidence amongst the family. Yeah. And at the end of this, a people-centric things. Yeah. So we sail through by winning the confidence of the people.
Yeah. I got to know that you are very people-loving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I am a person. Why don't you take this one? If you like it.
Yeah, it is tangish, but yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
See, I come from a very humble middle-class family from Kolkata, and I grew up in a joint family. There are certain values which I carried, throughout my upbringing. Mm-hmm. It says that we have been very transparent and honest in our every relationship commitment, which I carried. Now, starting from my journey as a sales executive till date, one thing I maintain for every relationship, I try to be as honest as I can be, because there is nothing to be hidden about it. Yeah. Tomorrow, you start living with that person, they will know this person. So what is the point of creating that? So, this is something which, throughout our organizations, we nurture. Okay. In that we have been, our transparent work culture helps us, to know each other better. What we believe we share, and that becomes our behavior, and what happens is that because we are very transparent in this thing, I always say everybody, the day you get up and you find that, oh, I don't feel I should go back to the job, come to me, because I can give you an answer for that. Because I always believe is that you should find a purpose for the job what you are doing. Okay.
Yes.
And if the purpose is defined, you will find the passion,
Yes, for sure.
And today, I must say that we as an organization are, it's our natural way of dealing with that. We are very transparent. We find the purpose, and, we are growing with this bonding. Yeah. Bond doesn't create overnight, your behavior has to exhibit what you say,
yes,
and
definitely.
So that's what is that.
Yeah. So, sir, your vision, Quantum Leap 2025, is quite ambitious. So, can you elaborate on this? That what is this vision means? What do you see?
Good question.
Yeah.
See, 2019 winter workshop, when we decided that we will be getting into our hotel operations, which is our mainstream business. It's like your preparatory phase. Now we are moving into that. We did a workshop involving all our leaders of this. With that time we have a small team, but all head of the departments and all. We had a workshop. And we said, let the team come out with the mission, vision, and values. Okay. And I was so thankful that the whole 2-day session was so participative. And what you said, mission, vision, values, is not an individual creation. Yeah. It's a collective proposition came from the team. Mm-hmm. And, most of the team members are still there with us in this organization. So they know what they have created. Coming to these things, Quantum Leap 6, we are looking for 2025-26. We started with one hotel in the year 2020 when it's a peak of pandemic. Over next 30 months, we have achieved 350 cases. By end of this year, we'll be touching 600 cases. And by the ending of the financial year 25-26, we are looking for 1,000 cases, which is almost the 10x growth. But more than the number, what matters with us is that it's a very, very organic growth. Okay. Yeah. And we are not on an asset-light model. So what we do, we put our commitment into this thing. So all our properties are leased out properties where we put our financial commitment apart from our operational excellence. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I believe always you are as good as your last project. So every project comes to us, it has to be successful. Touch wood, for all the projects so far, we have been successful. So our quantum leap, we are very hopeful that, by 25-26, we'll go by 10x.
Yeah. So like Inventree emphasizes in personalized service and excellence. So how do you ensure your team consistently delivers exceptional experiences to the guest or the guest?
Today I had a session with International Institute of the Hospitality Skill.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the skill center things. I was telling them, we are so fortunate that we born in India. Okay. Yeah. This is the land which has pronounced Atithi Devo Bhava. Okay. So taking care of our guest, okay, being hospitable to our guest runs in our blood and culture. And India is so united in this matter. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari or Gandhinagar to Guwahati, there is no difference. Okay. We learn from our grandmama and mother and all those things. So this skill set is always there. What we additionally do is we help them to find a purpose of the job. The man who's standing at the gate, who is opening the gate for me, or the man who is serving the tea coffee, or even my GM who is the overall administrating of that, everybody has got a purpose.
Yeah.
So we just trying to find them how well connected they are with the purpose. Rest of the things is just a magic. Okay. Yeah. I can give you an umpteenth amount of example that, how it happens. But if you go to any of our social media platform, or if you go to any of our, guest feedback thing and all, you will be surprised to see that the guests are mentioning the employee's name in particular. And it is not only one hotel or not one employee. All 5 hotels, every employee. So that speaks one thing for me, at a personal level, they are able to create an impact.
Yeah.
And that can only happen if you start loving your job, if you are passionate about your job. Yes, okay, yes. So nothing can be, proven more passionate. And if you go to our mission statement also, it says that, creating lasting memories by passionate human capital. Okay. We are extremely focused on our employees, the peoples in the process, all those things.
Yeah. So, sir, integrity, transparency, respect, and versatility, excellence are the core values of Inventree. Correct. Right? So,
why don't you take it? Because if you're still talking, our food will get cold. So let's try this out.
Yes.
I just told you, Atithi Devo Bhava. Until you take the bite, I cannot take my first bite.
Yeah. So, how does these values influence your day-to-day operations and decision making?
If you go through our quality statement in all our things, we say, I travel with you.
Yeah.
That basically means that we take the ownership of your experience through our action, through our deed, through our words. Okay. And it is not only with the guest, every stakeholders. It could be my supplier, it could be my property owners, it could be anybody. Whoever is interacting with us. Wherever we touch their experience point, we are very sure that we take the ownership of their experience. Okay. And this has been governed by these 7 values. Okay. So if you look at I travel with you, actually derives from there. Okay. Which is extremely tangible and measurable. Like we can pick up an example and say, like for an example, when it comes to integrity, which is one of our core values. Okay. Integrity says that, you should do the right thing when, nobody notices. Correct. We do not have a, what you call the biometric system in any of our corporate office, okay? Where all the senior leaders are sitting over there. But I can tell you, we have a group, where we say that if anybody comes late, they just post their message, okay? Till date, it's been almost 3 years. I did not find a single leader who came late and yet not posted that in the group, So this is just a small example. Now, when that sets from the top, it is automatically gets sets in. So, we are, we say one of our thing is accountability. Okay. We only say one thing is that it's like we're into the hospitality business. When the guest comes to your house, how do you interact with them? You do anything and everything to make sure that he goes with a fond memory.
Yeah.
Correct. So even here at a restaurant manager level, like he is our restaurant manager, at his level, he has an authority to ensure that, my guests are taken care. They don't have to go for that. So we truly meant what I, put it in our values.
Yeah. So with a strong focus on the continuous talent enhancement,
yes.
What strategies do you employ and nurture to develop your team? You said earlier.
Ma'am, commitment, Priyanka, towards people and the planet is at the epicenter of all our growth strategy, from the very, very inception. If you look at this, we are an emerging company, okay? It's from the second year when my team sets in, we draw our balance scorecard, okay? Mm-hmm. In our balance scorecard, we have given 50% weightage to our process and people, which is very, very critical. If you go to our GM's KRA report, it carries the training, the L&D initiatives, what we do, the development of what we do. It's a part of it. My board report carries quarterly what we are doing on this thing. So this remains in our, core belief. We have tied up with, International Institute of Hospitality Management to come up with our first skill center. Mm-hmm. In Udaipur now we are coming up, in more places. We are also in the process of setting up something called ICE, which is called Inventree Center of Excellence. So what will happen to support our expansion strategy? Our key component is the people.
Yeah.
And my experience says most of the cases where people fails is that you have a set of existing employees and as you grow, you have to bring the new set of employee. This cultural merge is very, very critical. How seamlessly you can merge them, culturally, your success will be through. Mm. So ICE will be committed in terms of designing those things to how you can merge it, apart from upskilling the, existing talent, bringing up the new talents. Plus, it is also work as an R&D center where all our functional heads will be part of the stakeholders of this ICE, where we will be deciding, this industry is changing pretty, almost every day. It's very dynamic.
Yeah.
So how to adapt, how to tackle, how counter those things and all will come, as a part of ICE. So we are coming up with our ICE. So this is something which will be ongoing and every year we are only looking how strongly and how we can make it more enhancing this center from that.
Yeah. So, sir, during pandemic, what are the challenges you faced and how did you overcome it? Because
see, the challenges what I faced during pandemic to make believe every stakeholders, this is a temporary halt. Okay.
Yeah.
You just be prepared for the surge of the demand.
Yeah, you didn't get afraid, right?
Yes. So I was not afraid because the thing is, first and foremost, when you are in crisis, your fear will not help you.
Yeah,
correct.
Definitely.
So this is where, what comes into that, how you look into the situation. As I said, to make every stakeholders believe that, listen, don't worry, this phase will go off. And once this goes off, the surge will be huge, and which you have seen. Mm-hmm. Which you have seen, immediately after pandemic and all. And today this industry is growing at an exponential rate.
Yeah. So,
Priyanka, you're not eating food. It looks like you're not liking the food or what?
No, I'm liking it. So, managing the learning campus and of the renowned multinational company is a significant achievement. So, can you share more about the project and the impact of the Inventree's growth?
See, this is undoubtedly one of the very prestigious milestones for Inventree hotels. And what I enjoy or what my team enjoys here is ever enhancing excellence has no alternative in this space. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you have to continuously work to surpassing your excellence level. And what I enjoy here, that my entire team has been so passionate to taking their level up on every passing day. They are not only surpassing their previous excellence, they are giving them more than what they're expecting. So, it's it's like your internal challenge. You every day you are challenging yourself and moving up, which is definitely is a big acknowledgement on our eyes on the process and the excellence and all.
Oh, so sir, I must tell you, the food is amazing. It just melts in the mouth. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Let me take you to our alfresco area, and there's some desserts waiting for you.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. So, reaching 600 keys by 2025 is an impressive goal. Can you tell us more about the strategic acquisitions and innovative service offerings planned to achieve this goal?
See, as I said, we are being an organically grown company. We make one thing very sure, that we earn before we burn. Okay, that's the very thumb rule for all our growth. And I believe that you are as good as your last project. So two things are very critical for all our growth strategy, three things rather. One is that how long it takes to achieve your break-even revenue. That's very critical for our growth strategy. Number two, how futuristic the market is. Okay. And number three, how much we can leverage on our existing network. Because at this growing phase, as I said, we cannot do wrong. So you have to be successful on every opportunity comes to you, within time. And I must say, for all our acquisitions till date, we have achieved our goal before our stipulated time frame, what we set in for that, and that's how, we are moving, and our strategy will continue like this.
Yeah, so sir, innovation is crucial in today's hospitality industry. How does Inventree stay ahead of the competition through innovation and digitization?
See, I'll not get into this comment and how ahead of this competition and all. That's premature, because we also, as an emerging company, just getting into that. Mm-hmm. But yes, we cannot, grow without innovation and digitization, which is part also in our mission and vision strategy. We currently see three things on that. One is that, does it help me to optimize our performance in terms of top line and bottom line and the guest satisfaction? Number two is that, do I have resource and capacity to implement?
Yeah.
And number three is that, how sustainable this move would be, keeping the dynamics of our organization and the industry growth. So these are the three things which we look into this, and all our innovations are there. Yes, so, we are trying to small steps to digitize many things over there.
Yeah, sir. So what inspires and motivates you in your role as a founder and MD of Inventree Hotels and Resorts?
Of course, seeing the happy faces of my family members, not only my family, there's entire Inventree Hotels and Resorts. So that feelings, that seeing that happy and content people who find the purposes of their livings is one. Second, whatever the little way we can contribute to bring a better society and a more greener planet, because I have a daughter who is just 7 years old, and I would definitely love to see that she should see a better world than what I have seen. So these are the two things which, motivates us as a whole family to,
Yeah. Sir, what advice would you like to give the aspiring hoteliers and the entrepreneurs looking to make mark in this hospitality industry?
See, it's very premature for me to answer, because I myself is learning by gaining the experience every day. So allow me to become bald, and then I will pass my kum to somebody else.
Okay. So as you look towards the future, what are your hopes and dreams for Inventree Hotels and Resorts, and how do you plan to continue redefining hospitality standards in India?
See, I strongly believe that if you are hopeful, there will be some statistics and there will be some logic behind it. I am very hopeful about Inventree Hotels because of our journey, and the growth trajectory has been extremely self-efficiency, the efficiencies, and it's been fueled by our self-skill and all those things, very organically grown, what I want to say. Second thing is that I am enjoying the happiness of all my stakeholders, whether it is not only my employees or it is also my property owners, my suppliers, my, everybody, every stakeholder who is associated with us. Their happiness helps us and motivates us to grow more, while as we are growing in the quality and quantity.
Okay, sir. And lastly, is there anything you would like to share with our viewers about this journey?
First and foremost, thank you very much for
You're welcome.
taking
My
this
pleasure.
session with us. But as we said, we are realistically looking for 600 keys by end of 2024-25 financial year. We just launched a beautiful scenic property at Coorg, which we just launched about a week back. First time we are coming up also as a concept of your all-inclusive resort. So this is the first resort where you don't have to pay anything extra once you pay the package. This is something really new which we are doing. And soon we are coming up with another beautiful resort location, which I will maybe during our next meeting I will tell you, which is also scheduled to come soon.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving your
pleasure is all mine. And why not this dessert you have not tried, so you must,
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.